Hey, Ron Howe here, coming at you from RB Bass Outdoors, and you know what time it is? It's time to do a little tackle talk, right? So, been very fortunate. I've worked with TTI Blakemore for years, and I hope to continue to do so going into the future. This is a great, company, local United States, been taking care of me forever, and they just got a lot of products, and I think there's a lot of stuff they have that people don't know about. And today I'm going to show you a couple items. It just shows the diversity of what TTI Blakemore has. Now, they own True Turn hooks, they own Daichi, they own X-Point bone crushing penetration. I'll tell you, amazing hooks. And now there's the new prox hooks as well, which are just thick and strong, especially in the EWG stuff, and in the new punch flipping hook. They do have some light wire stuff as well in the Nico wacky rig and a drop shot. I'm just going to show you a couple products you might not know about and how they can help you not just catch bass, but some other species as well, right? So a lot of people probably aren't aware that Daichi makes an octopus wide bleeding bait. They call it a walleye hook. You see there? Bleeding red. This happens to be a size 4 in the pack. These are also extremely versatile for fishing for trout with power bait, for fishing for salmon with beads, or steelhead with beads or roe, or a corky and a night crawler. Very, very versatile. Again, Daichi, walleye, octopus, size 4 and size 2. You can go down to a 6. Those work excellent for trout, walleye, salmon, steelhead, bluegill, crappie, and other panfish or even ocean fish, right? Bleeding red adds a little something extra to get you a bite. So that's what the packaging looks like. Very, very versatile hook. I've caught a ton of trout when we're in vacation mode and we're not chasing bass tournaments and everything else. Sliding rig, sliding sinker, 2 foot a leader, 3, adjust according to the conditions, a little bit of power bait. You can drift that behind your boat and make the power bait flat and it'll wobble like a spoon. Works excellent on these hooks. And you don't have a treble hook, so you're not having to pull these additional hooks out. Single hooks works just fine for that application. So don't sleep on it. Multi-use. There you go. Another one is Boscat, and that's the wide open black nickel. They come 10 in a pack. This is a size 3 odd, owned by TTI Blakemore. This is your extra wide gap catfishing hook, right? So I'm gonna take one of these out the package, right? Because you can fish for other species with wide gap hooks as well. I mean, they work great. They're basically similar in essence to a circle hook, except for they have the shank, right? Versus just the circle tip. It's got a regular straight shank, as you can see right there, right? So this is an extra wide gap 3 odd, right? And for me, because I've done a lot of catfishing, especially growing up as a kid, out on the California Delta, fishing for sturgeon and stuff like that too. You got to use different hooks for sturgeon, but I'd recommend a stouter hook. But these are excellent, all-purpose. You can use these in the bay. You can use these in the ocean. You can use these for halibut if you wanted to. But a very stout 3 odd nickel, extra wide gap. They are made for catfish, but they're very versatile. Now here, I would like to have an 18-inch to 2.5 foot leader. I don't like to go longer than that, just simply because it gets harder to cast. The longer the leader, the harder it is to cast. But something else that they make under the Daichi brand is knot protectors. So whether you are a Carolina rigger or a sliding sinker rigger, these actually protect your knots better than the slider rigs, okay? So they're better than beads, excellent for surf rigs, excellent for bottom rigs, Carolina rigs, and more. It says it right on the package. But they're just a little yellow slip there. So instead of using beads, get you some of these. They're kind of like a hard softness at the same time. Like they're firm, but got a little cushion. Again, you put this against your sliding sinker. You got your barrel swivel, your leader, and your Boss EWG catfish hook, and you will be catching some fish. So to continue on here just with a little bit more product before we wrap things up for today's product time video. prox hooks, man. This is one of their newer bass fishing hooks. Again, they make it flipping, drop shot, Nico, wacky. They got many different options. This happens to be a 5 odd, and I'm actually putting these couple of packs are going to go in my saltwater tackle bag because I can use these with a 1 ounce Texas rig lead and throw swim baits from shore for rockfish, halibut, and stripers. You see there, that's a 5-aught. That's a stout hook. Now, immediately when I tried these, I was doing some bed fishing at Clear Lake, a very, very famous fishery out here in California on the West Coast. And it's a phenomenal bass fishery. And the fish that we're bedding, they're right in that 7-pound class, these few that I was looking for. I wasn't looking for the ones everyone could see. I was looking for fish that were out deeper. And I found a couple on a bed, and I was using a very popular hook because bottom line is I don't always have my stuff in the boat that I want. And I bent it. I bent it a couple times and I lost that fish. And I went, oh yeah, I just got these new prox in there. So I went down and grabbed one, tied it on a Texas rig. 2 or 3 flips later, she bit again. There was no bending this hook and no losing that fish. She was buttoned, she was pinned, not coming off, penetrated excellent, and it did not bend. So they're very stout hooks. Definitely something we're looking for when we want an EWG hook. If you're flipping or dragging a big power worm, and it's fall, let's face it, it's getting to be that flip time. Get that 3/8 all the way up to that 3 1/4, and even 1 3/4, 2 ounce on the California Delta, because we punch some heavy stuff when they don't spray it all. But good stout hooks are important. So they got a new flip and punch hook. They got the new EWG, nice and thick as you saw. Hey, great products from TTI Blakemore. Go check them out. True Turn Daichi X Point Pro X. A little bit of some Boscat. Go get some TTI Blakemore product and go out, catch more fish this fall, winter, summer, next spring, and have a blast. This is Ron Howe checking out from RB Bass Outdoors. It's time to go.